take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
Decomposition rate, 12 to 17%.
Didn't really need to know that. Let's just respect the dead or very slowly die, shall we?
Shots!
This was the place I had to be. That's funny.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty. We became friends when well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter, and she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. Yes, and I am shamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code. Same one she used for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Most likely this bitch is dying though. Because, you know, you fucked up my peeps. Where this woman at, bro? Oh, they'll return to him.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie knows best.
Ah, hell. I've stood this post so many times I could do it at night.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. Scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies, Bad Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
What? I have done nothing to deserve such barbaric treatment. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say, but Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision, most assuredly. Now, if you're quite finished urging others to assault my headwear, let's move on. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport. Worry not. The culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yesayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion. I forget myself. I didn't mean to impose. You've already agreed to much. It's been a long time since I've encountered someone able to operate on their own. Do return if you're interested in another task, however.
Let's see if she'll talk to us now.
The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's too much to hope that you speak in half sentences. Make it quick, yeah?
Oh, guess not. All right.
Pardon me for being preoccupied. I've got Westport on my mind. All those prodigal, sad, sorry refugees. All that wasted potential.
I knew you'd come back once you'd had a little time to ruminate. Now, your task deals not with the town itself, but the subjects residing within it.
Converting Westport's subjects will teach us much about the Protectorate mind. How it solves problems, what it desires, how it can be swayed. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry, the choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you. Westport represents a challenge. The challenge presented by the majority of the Protectorate. Fairfield citizenry were given ample incentive to fold, for they could see the freedom we offer firsthand. But the people of Westport are stubborn enough to risk death for their ideals and cannot be swayed by the lights of Fairfield. If I can convert them, I can convert anyone. Shh, not so loud. The hat can tell when you're questioning it. The people of Westport don't trust me. How can they? I am the enemy. I am the invader. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are a third party. You're presumably trustworthy. I need you to act on my behalf. Perhaps? The kit contains a wide variety of tools, propaganda, equipment, and more than a few confectionaries. Some items may serve as honey, swaying the naysayers to our side. Others are blunt implements, crippling infrastructure to force the refugees toward Fairfield. Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly succeed. I'm sure there are kindred spirits in Westport. No one wholly resists Auntie. Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch, everything you need to wage war on the undecided mind. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him, woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. I don't think you understand. The reserve Oxonian is functionally identical to the one I wear. If anything, the replica is likely in better state. I've grown attached to this one and would prefer not to part with it. And really, is anything truly one of a kind? Not from the universal perspective. Very well. I can see you won't be swayed. You succeed in the conversion of Westport, and I will supply you my limited production gentle person's Oxonian, if I must. Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation and the free market. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately. I suppose I should take this time to make peace with its departure. Oh, so many grand times shared with this hat.
That's quite funny.
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat. Hope that little dust-up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together, we'll be unstoppable. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's choice. I can be on my own for a time, but I'd rather it not be permanent. Besides, where else can I turn from nothing to something? I did, but I can't expect someone else to foot the bill if there's no guaranteed treatment will work. So I'll take on the risk myself. A go-getter attitude's always rewarded. I get it. You're skeptical. If you got more questions, go on and ask them. You'll not find me hiding anything in the fine print. All right. You ain't one of Auntie's. Well, it was the public-facing name for the soldiers who got grafted like myself. Of course, most everyone who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So the executives shuttered the program. A total failure that I'd bet they'd rather forget about. My graft is just one in a long line of failures. That's why I'm considered a liability. Why Milver Street had me running foolish errands instead of giving me something bigger. Better. It's making me sick, see? And if I leave it be, it'll result in sepsis. Just a matter of time. But I'd like to go on living, and show the rest of them I can't be counted out. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mine the ship.
Acknowledged.
After you.
All right, we got a new squad member. Let's get it. Oh shit, he got another one. Well, let's see if I can get through that now. But you know what, we'll just follow along with what we were doing, because he was having us do this, and then we have to basically do his mission to unlock and what's the name's mission is right there too, so we can do that as well on the way there.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh, great. A 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
Somebody bust at us. We taking them out, boy.
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if command has temporarily been
Those guards are mighty agitated. And some are wearing gas masks. Yeah, something ain't right here. We should be cautious.
Okay, so these are enemies? Alright.
Might have a problem.
Now what? I was just starting to command.
Look alive. Give the order and I'll take care of it.
Rolling up.
Yeah, I was trying to sneak behind him, but he saw me. It's all good. What's up? Ooh. Thank you for telling me. Can I play now?
Medical pass.
Combat! Over here!
What the fuck?
Not walking this off.
Bro. God damn, bro. All right, I see what it is. Yeah. Probably gotta beat his ass with a stick. And that's why I'm looking like, I know I switched this out. Like, why do I have two guns when I just switched this out the other? I was playing it earlier and I switched it out, so.
Might have a problem. Medkit coming your way.
Commander, you're bleeding.
Oh my god, they do that bullshit now too. That's funny as hell. Oh my god, bro, you whacking this nigga ain't. The one thing I think that kind of annoys me with this game is how you can't really skip this part. When it shows you something, yeah, the information is fine. I know the boss is going to be tough. Can you please stop showing me to the first time? And you press A so many times, none of that shit works. That actually kind of frustrating. Come on, bro. I don't want to lose any trauma kits. Shit, I'm trying, shit. And then you got somebody else just in a random cut somewhere just busting at you too.
Medical pack, out!
Ain't nothing there. Two lot couldn't hit the broad side of us. We're hit.
Practicing some battlefield medicine. Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Like, I can't even see where the fuck I'm getting hit. Like, it's not even the fact that it's just the fact that they hit harder. That's it. Oh my God, bro. Shit lame as hell.
Got some bad company.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, bro. We finna beat that ass. We almost had it. Yeah. Nah. Where the fuck you go? We running this shit. Come up. Come up.
Play low, Commander.
Things take
right time, Commander. Not getting up without help, Commander.
What up? Oh, there is no heaven and earth. What the fuck, bro? Ugh. All the fucking grenades I threw at that bitch, and that shit didn't work.
Hostile ahead.
Now come back with me, bro. Shit. Let them come to us.
Trouble ahead.
My favorite car.
Outside, Commander.
Man, move, bro. Like, damn. Character don't want to fucking move and shit. Trying to see who is shooting from where. That's so they have good aim. Shit.
Combat! Over here! We hold in the head! Not getting up without help, Commander!
God damn, bro. Guess I'm just gonna have to do it that way, cause shit.
Back in business.
It's time fly when you having fun, shit.
Medical pack, out!
Let me know when you needed a stretch. That's the one you need to worry about. You locked in at the wrong side of a freighter.
Why she ain't got no damn move? Oh my fucking god, bro. Good shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck how strong they say they is. I'm finna fuck these niggas up. Shit, if they strong, shit, they should be giving us a lot of XP too.
Let me.
Here, let me get these bodies first. We did go ham.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Armed and ready.
Shit, it took a moment, but we did it.
Place is in shambles. What happened here?
Nigga, I don't know. I just pulled up. Shit, we was just passing through, and then they.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
Oh shit.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elman Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little.
But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment, dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. It should be quite fair. Don't focus so much on monetary compensation. Think of the goodwill you'll earn with Auntie's choice. We have vision and we are going places, this project especially. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed. Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like, "Ah, I'm being killed," can be so close to, "Ah, I'm running amok." Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together. Suppose it couldn't be helped, though. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well versed with pharmacological matters? Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well then, anything else before we proceed? Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora and fauna in development of commercial products and proprietary methods. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway. We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. I need all the particulars and analysis from the expedition put onto a data cartridge and brought back, along with fresh spores. Both will be key in the formulation of an antidote. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
burn my fingers.
The idea is to kill them before you die. Hey, got a distraction for you? Come at me.
Looks like a fight.
But I'm not ready.
Liquidate him!
Foraging time's over. We should have what we need.
Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please. You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for you. For yes.
I like these animations. I think these animations are cool when they do that.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Because that was rewarding. But I killed everybody because I thought they were just soldiers, but it looked like the scientists were already dead, so nothing I can do about that, pal.